it's good fun. It was hilarious. Yeah, but yeah,
Cool. If you can
we are
see, we're
recording.
ready to go.
Yep, you froze there, but yep, I can see. Hello, Proxy Table Gaming. I am Hyper G. He is Lucky Sixes.
I am. Last time I checked.
You check regularly because you
you
should.
you should.
Because
Everybody.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely should.
check all the nooks and crannies. Check them all. And on that note, we are here with a battle report for Proxy Table Gaming. Who else would we be reporting for?
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe we
trust
should.
us.
Maybe we should report for
Send
other
in your
people.
battle photos.
We did try
Maybe
that at one point. We
we
did try
did
that.
we did years ago. We did try and report on other people's battles. It got messy. Uh, I
Yeah.
don't think we tried it for long. Anyway, we're in Sweden. We're in round one time. We've seen your round one. You engineered a fantastic time victory.
Time victory. I'd love to say I engineered it, but yeah.
Well, no, to be honest, you wouldn't love to say you engineered it because that would have made you basically not
No.
played very kindly.
But
But
but my
it
brain would
happened.
feel bigger if
You,
I
well, yes,
so
you
there's
engineered your
that.
opponent taking a bit too long. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we're in round one on the top table of the tournament, and guess what?
Yeah.
Ogre Khans of mine against Vermin Swarms of now. Every time I said his name, I said it wrong, and that's because David is how the English would say it. David, there are ways of saying that, but I'm sure it wasn't that either. So I'm going to go with David. David.
David. Okay.
David. And
Yeah.
that will probably still be wrong because every time I said it to all of my Swedish people, I played David, I played David, etc. I was getting it
David.
wrong. So apologies, David. Um,
Davy.
yeah,
David
because
Crockett.
but quality guy. Really enjoyed speaking to him throughout the weekend. And
Hmm.
it would appear Lucky Sixes, and I've alluded to this a few times in the Sweden reports. It would appear that I was grudged by David, and that grudge was accepted, wasn't it, Lucky Sixes?
Well, yeah, they said a while ago we got some grudges for you, so I just presume the first ones were grudges.
I knew nothing about this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I would have objected, let's be honest. But it might have been nice to know that I was being grudged in round one. You didn't give me that option, did you? So there you
I didn't know.
go. But I was, yeah, going into the Vermin Swarm list, and shall we see what we got?
Yeah, no, it happened and I forgot. And then a month passed and then we're here. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. So we have my army. Yes, this is the two tribes going to war, which is absolutely taken from a song. But the reason that song is particularly prominent to me is it was number one when I was born. There you go. Two tribes going to war. And the reason it's two tribes is some of them are blue, some of them are not. So they're two tribes. Beautiful, right?
The blue tribe and the not blue tribe.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, you might say that the not blue tribe is outnumbered, but the blue tribe has
Yeah.
got some pretty strong
And
figures. So,
weirdly, the not blue tribe came first. Go
yeah,
figure.
indeed. It
They
did.
named
It did.
themselves first in
They did.
the lore of ogres.
Yeah, exactly. I finally put an ogre army picture together. So there you have it. Awesome. Here's the list. It is Thaumaturgy Wizard Master with the killy stuff, so Spine Splitter and Heart Ripper on paired weapons, with a bit of protection in the form of Destiny's Call. And magically, he's got the Talisman of Void for extra channel and Scroll of Power for a bit of when you roll crapness. The Great Khan is the Horde Master with all the weapons and Wrestler's Belt to make him high strength. The Khan BSB is Banner of the Get for the re-rolling ones, which thank you to all my opponents in this tournament. They reminded me more than I did that I was re-rolling ones. It was brilliant. And the Warding of Unity for a bit of defense, and an Ogre Crossbow to give me a bit of shooting. Big unit of Tribesmen paired weapons. Smallish unit of Bruisers, but they can be boosted with characters, as we shall see in this one. Scraplings for scoring. Tusker Cav with Banner of Speed, because they are the blue tribe. effectively. 2 thunder cannons for pew pew and scrappers, scrappers,
Scrappers.
scrap traps. Yeah, and a frost mammoth, also with a couple of ogre crossbows. Yeah, there you go. That's me. Right. Okay. So this is the list that England has seen as well. Well, kind of versions of. None of them are exactly the same, but yeah. Tony is playing this list or version of this list quite a lot at the moment,
Hmm.
and it's pretty nasty. It shoots you really badly, and
Lots of
if
shooting, lots of drilling.
yes, and lots of combat res if you eventually get to it.
Yeah.
Um, for worthless rats in return, basically, is how it works. But yes, also Thaumaturgy Wizard Master with the Swarm Priest. I can't remember what Crown of Hubris did. I think it was something early on in the battle. Yeah, I might look at that in a minute.
Okay.
The Legate has got Redentium bullets. Brilliant name, love it. Vermin Senator with a Storm Rocket. So, all range damage so far in those 3
Yeah, all the
characters.
characters have something, don't they?
Yeah, and the Prefect, 2 of them with Deep Fire Throwers, so more range, and one of them's got Swarm Master for lots of attacks because they will have ranks. And yeah, even the House Prefect, Stygian Overseer, has also got Rodentium bullets to go with the pistol that he comes inherently with. So yeah, all of those are killing you from range. Then he's got
Yeah.
the Vermin Legionaries with the spears. That's the rank and files that were mentioned. The Vermin Slaves adding a tunnel token to the army, which is very cool because they go around the battlefield in the terrain pieces. 3 mouse rifles, which are effectively cannons, I mean, they're
Mm.
just so good. And 195 points. Oh. And with the whole, what's it called? You're getting +1 to hit all the while.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maniacal
yeah, enthusiasm.
experimental enthusiasm.
Yeah, that. It's just, they're so good. 195 points. What? Yeah, anyway. Experimental weapon teams. Oh, they fire too. Oh, Shadowfur Stalkers, they all have throwing weapons as well. Legionary drill teams, they go in the in the each of the Vermin Legionaries, and they add the nastiness to that rank and file. And the Stygian Earthbreaker, which is really cool. That can pop up wherever it wants, once it goes down. Yeah, I love the list. It's so good. It's just lethal. And I
Yeah.
just figured to myself, how am I going to deal with this? Because yeah, I just got to get to it and fight it and
Yeah.
see
I
what's
feel
see what I've
like
got.
the Vermin is one of the ultimate um, rock paper scissors. Not that
Mm.
they're good against specific things, just only
Hmm.
specific things are good against them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's
Mm.
almost like there's a specific list to go against Vermin that won't
Yeah.
necessarily be good against everything, but
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
tough one.
Yeah. And I mean, most of the shooting is decent strength as well. It's not like small
Yeah,
arms fire or
yeah,
anything.
and
So
AP and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it hits hard. That's the battlefield we were playing on. Um, yeah, not a lot more to say about that. That's a deployment which we'd practiced in our practice
Hmm.
games, Frontline Clash, so no width to it. Playing the Skull of Harold Redstub, so getting the clues and deciding on the objective marker to go for, which is cool. I like enjoying that one every time I play it. He was defender and chose to capture their banners. Which is fair enough. And I chose the opposite, which is conserve our numbers. So we're basically trying to do the opposite to each other, which is all good. And here is deployment and 2 tribes on the table at last. Well, properly in the tournament. They've already practiced once, and that went rather well.
Yeah,
Reason to be confident going into this vermin nastiness. My army is a behind the GlennCon shield is my unit of
yeah, I can't.
scraplings. No, that's fine. That's all right. We'll get a picture of them in a minute because I had a plan for them.
Mm.
A cannon, thunder cannon, followed by my tribesmen, without any characters in. They're literally playing characterless, so not really a Death Star, but there's still a lot of ogres. I had the trappers scouting behind the forest to begin with. The frost mammoth, who appears to already have a wound on him. I don't know why.
I
Oh
think
no,
it's a
no,
clue
that's a
marker.
token for the field. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
token for the field. Yeah, yeah. The bruisers were next to them. Yeah, with the characters in. Yeah, it looks like they're bigger than they are, but it's just because the frost mammoth extends their frontage. Then the Tuskers, then another cannon. And my idea, as we will see, I'll get to his deployment in a sec because we'll see it a bit better in a minute. My idea, as we'll see in the first picture, was to run forward, which is what I did. Yeah, that was the way I was playing this rock, paper, scissors game. I was just going to run at him. And I know that probably that's the way everyone has tried to beat this vermin list. But I figured, well, I have no other way of beating him because
Yeah.
I only have 5 crossbows to shoot him. That ain't going to do anything. And I
Yeah.
mean, even with my cannons, unless I get really lucky and kill one of his cannons in turn one, I am not going to match him for range.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ran forward, and to be honest, I misdeployed the trappers because they got in the way, and not
Okay.
so much for this move, but I couldn't really figure out a place to put them where they wouldn't be in the way of my turn two charges, and or they wouldn't give him like speed bump overruns into
Mm.
good places if he charged in his turn one.
Okay. Yeah.
So I should have just had my trappers somewhere else, basically. They just
Yeah.
weren't in a good place. Um, as we'll see in a little bit. But let's have a look at his army and his deployment while we can. He's got the warp. No, no, not warp fire throwers, are they? Deep fire throwers. The shooter unit. Um, what's that called?
Stalkers.
No, no, the three models, the weapon teams. Experiments
Oh,
weapon
okay.
teams. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deep throat. Yeah.
3 cannons on the back. Experiment weapon teams on the left. He's got legionaries, then slaves, then legionaries, then legionaries. All the characters in there. Drill team in each of them. The Swarm Master is in the leftmost of the 4 units. And yeah, like I say, the second one in is the slaves for info. Otherwise, they're all relatively the same with a few character differences. But the deep fire throwers are in the 2 units on the right, while the Swarm Master is on the left. On the right side behind the hill is one of his Stalker units and
Hmm.
the Stud unit Earthbreaker ready to drill down and be somewhere else
Yeah.
effectively. Yeah. So yeah, I ran at it. I ran at it. That was all I knew what to do. This unit stayed behind the hill because I was trying to protect my scoring because that was one of his objectives. That was his
Okay.
secondary.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a use for this unit because if I ran forward, well, my
They
plan was
just
to
die.
run forward, not to chaff. I didn't want to chaff him because I wanted him to charge me and fight as
Yeah.
early as
Yeah. Yeah.
possible. So I just stepped this unit behind the hill and figured
Yeah.
one scoring he can't kill. That was my idea. Because I had
Yeah.
5 scoring, including BSB. So by 1 unit hiding, he needs to kill 2 of my others,
Yeah.
basically.
Just keep your BSB's unit good and
That's
you're
it.
happy.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the plan. Um, yeah.
you get rain of fire
I
off.
go Rain of Fire, which doesn't do a lot. And Wrath of God is dispelled, I believe.
Okay.
I think Rain of Fire. Yeah, Wrath of God is dispelled, and Rain of Fire I think does 1 wound to the cannon, and
Makes sense.
maybe a couple of rats, but it's
Yeah.
not nothing major. Here's some pictures of his army. It's a beautiful, beautiful army. Like they all were in Sweden, but these are
Yeah. They
amazing,
were.
and some unit fillers that really suited the unit. The drill team in there as well. It's just beautiful, just beautiful. Loving the mushrooms as well. He had tokens and galore, and yeah, the Earthbreaker was amazing. Everything was
Yeah.
just so good, so good. So got some pics of that. Vermin turn one, he moves up his slaves to chaff me, which wasn't unexpected really. I didn't think he would go for any long charges to fight sooner
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
later. So I kind of expected this really. That's not a problem. Slaves come forward. He chaffs with his stalkers on the Tuskers, which again expected. He's got 2 stalkers in ambush. So
Sure. Yeah. To come
we know
on.
what the Tuskers are going to be doing all game, basically. But I kind of didn't think of that was a problem because that way my Tusker scoring kept alive as well, is what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
If that happens. Yeah. Yeah. If they
Um,
just get
uh,
chaffed, like pick up some
exactly,
points.
yeah. Yeah, that's it. And also in that previous picture, the behind the stalkers, the Earthbreaker had gone down. It drilled
Yeah.
down. It wasn't there anymore. So there was that. This is magic on him, thaumaturgy. Um, and yeah, he just did loads of wounds,
Ouch.
loads of wounds. So yeah, this isn't his shooting.
No,
This
this
is
is the
magic.
shooting.
This is shooting. Yeah, pretty lethal. Frost Mammoth. I didn't expect the Frost Mammoth to see turn two. I mean, I didn't expect it to see.
Crazy,
It
yeah.
would have been lovely if it had seen turn two, but like I
Yeah.
said, the trappers stopped it charging anyway. So wasn't expecting it to survive turn one, and it didn't.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's gone. This is more shooting.
Yeah.
The other cannon. I think the other cannons, because Magic did so well, the other cannons could start shooting into here.
Yeah.
And his deep fire throwers, if they were in range, I think they were. And yeah, lots of ogres are dead. Which kind of reinforces I had to get on with it in
Yeah.
coming near him,
Yeah. Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't have just stayed away and taken that and still been 24 inches away. I charge into the stalkers with my tuskers, as has to be the case, and I
Hmm.
charge into the slaves with my tribesmen. Try and kill some points, really, and get nearer. Like I say, the trappers were in the way of my bruisers, so I kind of had to sidestep my trappers so that my bruisers could then run through.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think he left me long charges for the bruisers anyway. Like
Yeah.
if my
Yeah.
trappers hadn't been in the way,
It
I think
seemed far away. Yeah.
it was quite a long way away. So I don't think it really made a difference because he kind of backed off and he's got that obstacle, the wall to kind of use to his advantage as well.
Yeah.
But I wanted to keep the pressure on by having that bruiser unit forward. Um, and yeah, see how we go, really. Put the other cannon on the obstacle on this side just for
Yeah. Yeah.
funsies. Yeah. My paired weapon tribesmen kill a lot of slaves, but don't kill enough to destroy them, which is unfortunate. And I'm left with a situation here because I see that he rolls about 6 inches for his flee,
Yeah.
and I have a big decision to make. This is what I decided to do, which is not pursue, even though I knew it was 6 inches. But I'll be honest, I didn't see the connotations of this decision, and we'll see them fairly soon in a couple of
Mm.
pictures, not just yet.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the connotations of this, and the reason I didn't pursue was because, well, slaves aren't worth a lot, for one. They are annoying if they manage to rally, and obviously, Vermin leadership, they'll rally on a 12.
Mm.
But um, I didn't fearful that if I rolled like I don't think I could have overrun. I don't think he left me the overrun. I don't think it looks like a 12 may have hit one of his units. I don't know.
But maybe not.
Um,
Yeah.
but maybe not. And even if I did hit one of his units, he gets a flank charge with the other.
Yeah.
Um, and that to me is a problem because even if my tribesman can kill a lot of rats in the front of the unit goes in the front, the unit that's in the flank just takes away all my ranks. Has like combat res 7 or 8 adding to the combat,
Mm.
and it easily overdoes the wounds that I do to him, especially as the -2 from the wounds that Skaven Vermin Swarms take.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose not to pursue the slaves. But as we'll see in a minute, there are connotations for this decision. Yeah, my Tuskers kill the Stalkers. All looking good there. And into, oh yeah, he charges. Now, this is another interesting one and connotations with this because I still don't know the connotations of that tribesman decision at this point.
Hmm.
He declares a charge with his Vermin Legionaries, the unit on the left, into my Thunder Cannon. Right. I flee because I figure the Thunder Cannon might not take many wounds. I mean, he has got a drill team at strength 6,
But
so
combat res. Yeah.
combat res is enough to kill it, even if the drill team whiffs. So I flee with my Thunder Cannon, and instead he redirects into my Tribesman, which he passes and
Hmm.
goes ahead,
Hmm.
and he does. The only issue is that by the time he completes the charge on my tribesman, and we'll see it in a sec, it creates a situation. Actually, no, let's do these pictures
Okay.
after. We'll see how he completes the charge in a minute, and we'll talk about that in a minute. He brings on his stalkers to stop the Tuskers, which again, take 2 for them.
Yeah.
That's 2 of 3 stalker units. And he brings on the Earthbreaker to come on and threaten the cannon. and the Tuskers basically. And obviously, if I want to deal with the Earthbreaker, then I've got to turn around and face him. And I don't really want to do that because I want to press on and go forward. So it's very good positioning from the Earthbreaker. Real problem for me. And then he follows up with blowing up one of his tunnel markers and destroys the trappers. And I'm like, I knew that rule, but those trappers have just been a real.
Yeah.
Now, I will say the trappers were awesome for the tournament, and I'm not going to say why, but I forgive them instantly. So don't worry. I just misplayed them in this battle completely, and they died horribly for it. Magic and shooting kill the cannon and 3 of the bruisers, which is what can you do? What can you do?
There's nothing. Yeah, just have to
exactly.
suck it
up. Half your army just goes. Right, so here is the completion of the charge.
Yes.
Now, and this is also the combat res of how many he killed. So he did 7 wounds to me.
Okay.
Yeah. He did 7 wounds to me in the combat, and a lot of that was the Swarm Master on the character that was front right as we see him.
Yeah.
So that's decent woundage. The combat res is obviously really good for them as well. The issue that made the connotations of my not pursuing a real problem is the fact that he had to complete the charge and he couldn't slide to the right as we're looking at it because of the slaves that were shaken at that point at the time he charged. He just couldn't fit. And the priority comes with A, making contact with your charged unit, which he did as best he could, and B, aligning, which he did. We're exactly flush.
Yes.
And at that point, that is a legal charge. He can't shift to the right because his slaves are in the way. And because he's met conditions 1 and 2, and I'm following the rule book on this one because we checked it afterwards.
Yeah, as much as we think, anyway.
Yeah, as much as we thought at the time and otherwise. This was legal how it ended up. Now, obviously, it means that he has got a whole load of combat res and 1 Swarm Master character fighting 2 ogres of mine with very little combat res and very little attacks. 7 attacks, basically, against his Swarm Master and combat res. And I'm already taking 2 off the wounds that I do to him anyway. I mean, I may as well have pursued the slaves and got countercharged by the world. Because this is not
like
good.
Fled this one,
or fled this one. I mean, maybe I should have held with the cannon and sacrificed the cannon and maybe got a flank charge on them if they don't overrun very far.
Yeah.
But
you'd have a similar thing from the other guys. So.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see this, basically. And just could you go back 3 pictures to where the charge started? Because I just want to clarify the charge. This one, he had to wheel past his slaves to get into me.
To get in,
so that is why he couldn't just move straight forward
and you have to
then wheel into my ogres. Yeah,
you have to respect the point of contact as well, don't you? So
exactly,
you
exactly. So he'd already used his wheel to get past his slaves, which is why he ended up like he did. We think we did it right. I hated that it looked like it was right because it screwed me over big time. But it's just small decisions affecting outcome. And effectively the result was my ogres got run down and I lose a whole big unit to that. So how can I deal with the situation? Continue following plan A, basically. So the Tuskers charge the Stalkers to get rid of Unit 2, and I just got to hope that Unit 3 doesn't appear next turn, because if he fails that ambush roll and the Stalkers don't appear,
he perfectly.
My Tuskers are actually.
Presumably in the last one, he failed one and passed one.
He kept on failing. Yeah.
Having them
exactly.
both.
So,
yeah.
Because one started deployed, so it was on. The second unit came up. 1 of 2 units came up in turn 2, and in turn 3 he wants another unit to come up.
Yeah.
Because this is now my turn 3, top of the third. I charge the Tuskers to take out them. I charge in my Bruisers, and I mean, go back to the previous picture because I want to say why I chose this unit over the other unit, and I think it was the wrong decision in hindsight.
Okay.
I think it was the wrong decision to charge the unit that wasn't protected by the wall. Because if I charge it into the wall unit, then I get distracting on a lot of my front rank. I say a lot, maybe 2 of my front rank characters. And I was thinking about it in hindsight, and -1 to hit doesn't really stop me from like hitting on 2s or 3s with my characters, and I'm re-rolling 1s to hit.
Mm.
So I probably should have just accepted, you know, the distracting and gone for that
Okay.
unit. And the reason
Yeah.
I think that as well is because I think if I charge the unit behind the wall, even with the -1, he kills a few of my bruisers,
Yeah.
and then maybe he can't actually see to flank charge because I might lose my back rank. I've only got 7 wounds on the back rank, and he's not
Possibly,
going to
but
do
if you
anything against
lose
my
them,
characters.
you lose the unit, though, don't you?
I do lose the unit, yes, exactly. So there's swings and roundabouts with the decision, but I mean, I went with this knowing I was going to get countercharged in the flank. I killed a whole load of rats.
Yeah.
I got Children Umi off, and I put I think he put Holy Affliction on me actually in the
Yeah.
previous turn, which is
That
fair
makes
enough.
sense.
So we were a little bit, you know, same effect. But as it
Yeah.
happens, I have a bruiser left with 1 wound. So if I'd have gone for the other unit and the same wounds had happened, which wouldn't have been the case because it's a different fight, then I might have still had a unit sticking out the back to be flank charged. So there's
You
that.
could reform though. So
I could have reformed to go 4 wide, exactly, yeah. But yeah, I do loads of rat deaths. He doesn't break, so I don't get to overrun. And now I just have to take it on the chin, which is what the tribesmen really should have done on the other side to avoid
yeah.
doing what they're doing because the slaves have rallied in the previous turn. Yeah, and this is how it's looking after my Tuskers kill the second Stalker unit. Um, I fought the Bruiser fight before I fought the Tusker fight. So I knew what the Bruisers and the characters were doing before the Tuskers. So
Okay.
I didn't overrun with the Tuskers because I just wasn't really getting anywhere with them useful, and I knew that that flank charger was coming in on the Bruiser unit.
Okay.
And if the flank charge comes in on the Bruiser unit, I lose all my characters, then I lose my Tuskers. And by this point, is it by this point? No, maybe at the end of this turn, I'm winning on clues.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to choose the objective next to the Tuskers.
Sure.
So I didn't want to overrun with the Tuskers for that reason as
Yeah.
well,
Keep them there.
is my thinking. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
There we go. So yeah, he's overrun with this unit, and he's coming for my cannon in the bottom left of things. He charges into the flank. The wizard, the master, at some point has joined the slaves. Might have
Yeah.
been relatively early, actually.
It's
Not,
this
it
one because
can't have been that early.
it's
Yeah, it's
this
this
turn.
turn.
Yeah. Because he's
Yeah. Yeah.
out of it before.
That's it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Yes, stalkers follow exactly as instructed. They come up
Yeah. Perfect, guys.
and get in front of the Tuskers. I am getting points for them. Like overall, I think that
Yeah.
3 units of stalkers is worth a unit of Tuskers. So points for points, it's all good. But I have got this Earthbreaker still lingering
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
which is an issue. He kills the cannon. I think he does it in combat. But there is a rain of fire stood there, so
No, it must
maybe
be with
it was
shooting.
magic. Yeah,
Magic and
shooting and
shooting.
magic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
still
that
got
makes
like
sense.
3 cannons as well, so
Yeah, exactly. They're shooting something. Yeah. Yep. His stalkers are rolling sixes to wound and are killing the Tuskers in
nice.
return as well. So I lose a
Nice.
Tusker. Yeah, exactly. And over here, I don't take much damage actually. This doesn't go too badly. Um, he kills the bruiser, which we expect. He only had 1 wound
Hmm.
left. Um, but
So is that
my
your
characters only
objective
take one
done?
wounds. He's killed the bruisers and he's killed the tribesmen, but no, I've got 3 left. I've got my scrappers, my scraplings, my Tusker, and my BSB are still alive at this point.
Bits B, yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm still neither of us have won our secondaries at this point yet.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't take many wounds and I kill a whole load of slaves. But that was the previous turn. That was in
Yeah.
his turn. In my turn, which is this picture, the BSB goes down.
Uh,
And that is huge. That is so huge. Warding of Unity, he was re-rolling to wound, and he was -1 to wound as well. So I think he was wounding on sixes, re-rollable
yeah.
with most of his units. And I say most of his units because this is where I make a mistake, right? And bearing in mind, this is now the third round of combat that we're looking at
Uh-huh.
here.
Uh-huh.
One where I charged him, two where he charged into my flank. This is the third one. big mistake on my part, and I don't know if this will help anyone who goes against this vermin list. Kill the drill teams.
Yeah, man.
Kill the drill teams, man.
Yeah.
Do not get blinded by killing squishy rats for
Combat
combat
res,
res.
yeah.
I mean, you need combat res, so there is always an argument for it. But the drill teams were the only thing that could even remotely damage my ogres
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
were strength 6. Everything else was like 0 strength.
I think as
Not
a rule
actually
of
0,
thumb, you
but
should
yeah.
for combats, and I'm slowly working this out. I still don't do it myself really, but you should look at what characters and other things are in the unit before the unit. My auto is always going for the unit actually, but
Yeah.
I think you need to take a moment before you allocate attacks and just go, can I kill anything in the unit that is there to bump up the unit because it's there for a reason, right?
Exactly that. And if I'd have killed the drill teams, I don't think my characters die in wounds wise.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, now I'm running out of rats to kill to the front for combat res purposes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be quite a lot down because I've only got one of my ogres attacking to the flank. And obviously, I'm only height 3, so I would have restricted if I went to the flank. So I kind of having to go forwards and everything. But yeah, BSB goes down despite the fact the warding immunity was giving him a fair chance of survival. He cannons a Tusker in his turn as well. I think those pictures might be out of order.
This is his next one,
sure.
I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh yes, because the BSB went down in my turn. Yeah, in his turn he rolls a 6 and gets the charge on the Earthbreaker. Gah! I really needed him to fail that so that I could have a charge on him. In order to get the objective. I can't remember. I don't think so, actually.
Oh man. Good.
I don't think so. I know he needed a 6 anyway, which is why the 6 is there to demonstrate it. But I needed to charge the Earthbreaker. I needed to deal with the Earthbreaker in order to get the objective. There was no way that Earthbreaker was going to let me win the objective with my Tuskers. The secondary objective. No, primary objective actually. That would have been a big one. Yeah. So brilliant from the Earthbreaker. Really good. Placement and threat wise. Aha! The success story of the battle. This is my favorite picture. This is my favorite picture of the entire battle. And Wrath of God, which in my practice game you'll recall I was told is a rubbish spell. And destroyed half the Orc army. Bit of an exaggeration. Wrath of God kills all his cannons. One go.
Nice.
I mean, I know the one on the right had taken 1 wound prior, but the others were untouched. That is 600 points, not even 600 points, of 3 cannons for Wrath of God. No, it's 585. Wow, they're so cheap. Anyway, success story.
Nice. Very nice. Yes. Wrath of God, baby. Wrath of
Best
God.
spell in the game. He also miscasts a spell later on, going into his turn. So I think that Wrath of God was in mine.
Yeah. Kills all the slaves.
All the slaves die. All the slaves die from a miscast. So thank you for helping me out with that as well.
His magic phase turn for you.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Strap in. He obviously makes my unit run. I do manage to kill everything in front of me, including the drill team and all the characters in that unit. So a few points, but I'm not going to win my secondary. He's got too many scoring left alive, and he overruns and catches me. So there's that. In combat, the Stygian Earthbreaker. It smashes up my Tuskers. Without the charge, I can't do a lot. And he's got like a really good armor save. Yeah. I'm only strength 5, and you know what ogres are like. They just don't hit. So the Tuskers are going to die to the Earthbreaker. There you go. That's that. That's the end of my primary quest as well. Here's what's funny. I popped out with my scraplings to try and tempt him, and this is where I was trying to be a bit wily here. Ooh. I was trying to tempt this unit of legionaries into this corner because I knew I'd lost my secondary at this point because my BSB had gone down. So I tempted my scraplings out onto the hill so that he would come at me and start shooting and do everything so that this unit of legionaries wouldn't run across the other side of the battlefield and go for the objective, the primary. Because he didn't have scoring near that side, even though I couldn't win anymore. So I tempted him with the scraplings. And you will notice that his caster is not there in this picture. Because his caster came over as well and blew himself up at the cost of 1 scrapling.
Incredible.
Incredible. So yeah, that was a whole load of points for me as well. So
Yeah, nice.
that's is it Senator? I can't remember what it's called, the
Yeah.
caster. But alas, my plan to draw his scoring unit over there was wasted because this unit could easily. I forgot that we hadn't actually played that many turns, and he had
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
two
say.
turns to just run
Yeah,
over here with this unit.
but he needed
Um,
2 turns, right?
he
Because
needed
you
two
lose
turns to
scoring
get
for
there.
1 turn. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, this was the unit that killed the bruisers in the flank,
Oh,
actually.
was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the one that was drawn into the corner, well, that was a successful mission, but I forgot he still had his scoring unit on the other side. And they could easily
Right.
just
Yeah,
march like 12, 18 inches, whatever it was,
fair.
to get in the corner anyway. So that he won the primary with this.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed that battle. There was moments where I was like, "Oh, hindsight really knocked me in the teeth."
Yeah.
But I think I could have made a few better decisions in that one. But it was a fun one, and my
That's
opponent
it.
played really well.
Yeah.
Even though that charge into the tribesman worked out really badly for me, it worked out really well for my opponent. He saw it, he took it, he got it. End of the day, so no complaints from me. Horrible list to play against.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I
tough
felt
one.
like my plan was the only one I had, and I did as well as I
You got
could.
some
But yeah,
points. You got some points
I got
from
some
it.
points, mainly because he blew himself up with everything, including
Yeah.
the weapon teams also blew themselves up at one point with some of their shooting and killed. I think I might have got half points for them. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but
Cool.
anyway, yeah, it was a big win for David. If I've said his name right, probably not. 19-1. I managed to get one
Davey.
point, and that 1 point was purely because of the miscast blowing up and or the
Yes.
Wrath of God
Yeah.
cannons.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take it. I'll take it. So there you go. Well played. And yeah, not a great start for my Sweden tournament pointage, but thank you to my opponent. Awesome
Yeah.
game. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and like you said, we chatted in the evening as well, didn't
We
we?
did.
And
We did. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good old boy.
Yes.
And
So thank you for joining us, and we'll move into round two momentarily,
yes, I mean,
instantly, if you're watching this right now.
absolutely, yeah. If you wait
In,
and then watch them together straight away,
go.
yeah. See you there in a sec. See you later.